Hi, everyone, and welcome to Get Joint Strong, your place for strength, mobility, and moving better for life. Today, we're focusing on 3 essentials: hip rotation for overall hip function and health, hip-pelvis dissociation, super important so they can move independently of one another, and scapula for shoulder stability and healthy, resilient shoulders. If you have tight hips or cranky shoulders, you're in the right place. You'll need a couch, yoga blocks, and a light to medium dumbbell. We're diving right in, so if you haven't warmed up yet, pause and do your CARs: spine, scapula, shoulders, and hips, plus 60 to 90 seconds of cat-cow. Ready? Let's jump in.
All warmed up, we'll come up into a 90-90 position and we'll do a quick hip rotational series for both internal and external rotation, just to make sure the hips are rotating nice, doing the hips job what they're supposed to do, have all that rotation before we move into our linear hip movement. So 90-90 position, and we're going to work on the back leg internal rotation first. So if you want to grab your yoga blocks to kind of plant your hands and help you set up. Remember, trying to keep that sit bone down on that back side. Find stretch through hip capsule on that back leg. Doesn't really matter what the front leg is doing right now, just finding stretch on that back side. Move forward, twist towards that leg, lean back. Just find that stretching sensation in hip capsule. Once you've found that, mentally connect to that tissue. Use that, push the knee down, and more pushing at the hip, right? It's our series. You're pushing down at the foot, creating this rotation right now. Start pushing down, squeezing. And then when we go the other way, when we reverse, I'm trying to lift the foot off, but I'm so deep in this range that I won't have control, but I'm trying to squeeze the top side. So right now, squeezing all of this underside hip stuff, driving down, rotating that foot to 6 o'clock position. Push. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, freeze in that position and squeeze up. Try to reverse directions, lift that foot to 12 o'clock position. Squeezing top side hip, all of this side top hip squeezing as you're lifting up. If you need to lean away from that leg to feel that squeeze, feel free to lean, but I want you to try to squeeze that top side hip. And we're squeezing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly ease off of that. Shift into that front leg. Find that anterior pelvic tilt. So if I'm thinking of my pelvis as a bucket anterior, right? We're tilting to the front. We're emptying water out to the front. So tilt that pelvis. Turn towards that leg. You can play with your knee angle now on the front leg. Now it doesn't quite matter what you're doing on the back leg. You can bring it in, whatever helps you find stretch on the front side glute or so. Find that position. Use your blocks if you need to. Find that stretch. Big breath. Connect to that stretching tissue. Push down at the knee, more at the foot or at the ankle, creating this rotation. And drive 30 seconds, squeezing through that stretching glute. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Freeze there. Squeeze inside groin and try to rotate that foot up to 12 o'clock. and it won't move. We're in end range, but just try to squeeze. Lean towards that leg side if you need to a little bit to feel that squeeze. We're halfway, keep squeezing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and ease off. We'll transfer over to the other side now. So the leg that was your back leg is now your front leg. Leg that was your front leg is now your back leg. We'll start internal rotation on that back leg. So find your stretch, keep sit bone down. Find stretch on that hip capsule on back leg. Bound it. Connect to that stretching underside tissue. Draw it down at the knee, harder at the ankles, sending the force, rotational force through those tissues, and push 30 seconds. Try to fatigue out those muscles. Squeeze, fatigue out that tissue. Remember, your position doesn't matter as much as the force that you're sending through those tissues, force and direction of that force. And right now we're sending rotational, and squeeze the other way. Change directions, rotate foot up to 12, outside hip squeezing, lean if you need to. Direction of force through those tissues, teaching that body to control and handle those forces in the way that it needs to. Go 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Switch to that front leg, tension on the front leg, rotate towards it, arch pelvis. Find stretch on glute. Use that stretch and glute. Push down at the knee, harder at the ankle, and drive 30 seconds. Halfway, keep driving. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and squeeze. Rotate up, trying to get that foot to 12 o'clock. Squeeze that inner groin and lift. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. We will move up to our couch stretch position. So hopefully you've got your couch set up and you'll be here. And we're going to go a little pelvic tilt. So posterior tilt, tilting that pelvis as if you were dumping out water out of the backside, should create a little extra stretching sensation on the front side. If you want to further challenge that disassociation of the pelvis and hip, I'm going to lift up my front hip more into flexion. And we already know this back leg is an extension, especially with that pelvic tuck. We're really extending that back leg, creating flexion on one side, extension on the other. So you can kind of imagine, right, that still pelvis, and our hips are doing this through those tissues on the pelvis. So I'm here, and all we're going to do, our hips are in that flexion and extension position, and we're going to just work on pelvic tilting through here. So I'm giving myself more anterior tilt. So I'm dumping out water out of the front of my pelvis first, and then I'm dumping out water out of the back. And we'll do 10 of those, kind of nice and slow all together. Squeezing backside stuff, tucking under, using a little core but feeling stretch, squeezing glute to push forward. And arch, squeezing back, and squeezing glute, tucking forward. Arching back, squeezing glute, tucking forward. 3, arching back, and tucking forward. And just notice if your pelvis wants to shift while you're doing this to one side, arching back, tucking forward, or if you can keep it neutral. And as you're keeping it neutral, feeling where that tightness is, where your body's trying to pull, tuck under, where your body's trying to pull to create compensation. So when you're not really conscious and your body is straining to get into an extension or hip flexion, what way is your body pulling to compensate? Arching back and tucking forward. Even if you're getting very little movement, we want to use just that. That's your body trying to draw tension from somewhere else to create more movement. So just keeping it, even if it's small, in the pelvis. And let's switch legs. And you can, if you have kind of that movement or space or ability, you could try leaning forward, see if that helps to create more movement. You can lean back, see what kind of works best for you to create that pelvic movement. All right, we'll get set and begin. We'll arch back. Try not to favor one side. Try to arch straight back and then tuck under. Arch back and tuck under. Arch back and tuck under. Arch back. And we're looking for that stretch, trying to stay neutral, finding what might be tugging, finding what might be compensating, arching back. But this is how you're really getting to know your body, where it needs work. Arch back and tuck under. Arch back. That body user's manual. Tuck under, we're squeezing. Arch back and tuck under. Good. We'll go 2 more. Arch back and tuck under. Last one. Arching back and tucking under. We get off of our calf, get off of our blocks. Find a stretch in the half kneeling here. Posterior tilt. So tuck pelvis under. Create stretch on that front side. And we're going to do PAILs and rails here. A little linear work. So pulling that knee, driving knee down and pulling forward. So I'm trying to pull like this. But since I'm stuck into the mat, I'm using just hip flexors here to pull. Holding that tilt, ready, and pull. 30 seconds, sending force through the hip here. At the end of the 30 seconds, I'm squeezing back. So keeping that tuck, but just squeezing as if I'm trying to slide my knee back. So right now I'm still pulling forward. Halfway. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and squeeze back. squeezing, keeping that tuck. Nothing is moving. Everything is nice and tight. And I'm just squeezing my butt as I'm trying to push back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax, and we'll switch. As kneeling, pelvic tilt, tucking under, feeling that stretch on the front side. Good, everything tight, braced like a statue, and drive forward, pulling from the hip flexor, really concentrating on getting the movement just from here, nowhere else. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse, squeeze back. Keeping that strong posterior tilt, squeezing butt as you're pushing back. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, now we're gonna go laterally. So we're gonna get in. If you like this position and you're good here, stay here. We're gonna side bend. So we're gonna create stretch through all of this here, through the hip, all of that, leaning to the side. So if you have your chair, you can brace onto your chair. If you have your yoga block, try to reach over your middle. So don't reach forward, not arching back. Try to go right over that midline there. If you have your couch or something that you can anchor onto, we're gonna lock ourselves in, do our PAILs, and then squeeze rails. Or if you can just or if you don't and you're just balancing, we're just squeezing as if you're trying to come up, but it'd be better if you could lock yourself in against something. So we'll get locked in, and then if you want, you can also go back to this elevated position. We're stretching the down leg side. So I'm here stretching. So find your best stretch position, getting that all there. Lock yourself in and use that stretching side tissue to try to pull back up. Ready, and begin. Since up here, I'll just lock my arm on my leg and use that to brace against pull. And let's keep this one 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And squeeze your obliques. So that up leg side, squeeze. Don't lean, but actually try to crunch that. So you're creating a C this way. Crunch, crunch, stretching on the other side, crunching on this side. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. We'll grab our dumbbell for our weighted side bends. So same position, whether your leg is up or you're down here. Weight is in the up leg side, and we're gonna work with it Don't just passively stretch and let it pull you down. Crunch with it like you just were. Crunch, create that stretch, and then actively squeeze the other side to pull up. Crunch down and pull up. 2, crunch down and pull up. 3, feel it stretch, crunch on the other side, and then squeeze. 6, try not to lean or shift that pelvis out. Search for that stretch, search for that crunch. Up. The movement might not be as big as you think. Find that stretch. 8, stretch, crunch. 9, last one, stretch, and crunch. 10. All right, switch to the other side. Lock it in. Brace and pull. Pulling, trying to squeeze back upright through that stretching tissue. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and crunch down. Just crunching the side, not leaning at the hip. Crunch those side muscles. Good. Stay right over midline if you can. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax back to center. And side bend. I've got my dumbbells. Side crunch and straight. Side crunch and straight. Side crunch. 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. We'll keep moving up on the body. We'll give the hips a break. And we're gonna do some scapula protraction and then into some light pressing. And for this, if you do have your anchor set up, that'd be great. We're going to lock yourself in and reach across. So feeling that shoulder blade pulling, protracting forward, right? So that forward movement of the shoulder blades here. Protract, lock yourself in. If you don't have that, you can come on the ground, anchor your hands, and then move your torso, leaning to create that same stretching sensation of the arm. Lock in, and move your torso about it. Find it. Once you've found that stretch, our sequence is going to be trying to retract that shoulder blade. So I'm not pulling with my arm, just all of this stretching stuff. I'm just trying to pull back using that, but it stays locked under stretch. 30 seconds, then protract. Push it forward, not elevate, just squeeze it forward as if I'm trying to push my knuckles to the garage door. So I'm just squeezing forward. Or if I'm anchored, just trying to squeeze them forward more. Lock yourself in wherever you are. And pull. 30 seconds. Retraction. Try to retract, but it stays protracted. Using all of the stuff behind the shoulder blade to try to pull back. And it's a little counterintuitive, but don't pull harder if you don't feel it. Pull softer and just try to find one little spark of connection back there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and push forward. So feel it under the armpits, maybe a little in your chest, but squeeze, try to wrap forward and around. Feel that scapula coming forward around the rib cage. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Same arm. We're going to go elevation now. So if you have your anchor, you could pull back and feel that scapula lifting, elevating. You don't have an anchor or way to grab that, plant the hands, grab the ground. Feel that shoulder blade going up as you lean back. Feel all of this under stretch. Shoulder blade is going up. Grab onto that ground, and our series is going to be pulling down now and then reaching up. So lock yourself in wherever you are and pull down using all of this underside stretching stuff. Pull right through that stretch. Send force into lengthened muscles. Super important. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reach forward. Try to reach, stretch up. Shoulder blade up. Feel more. Try to feel it more in the shoulder blade than in your trap. Right around the shoulder blade. Kind of mid-traps. Serratus right under here and back there, reaching to contract in front, lifting on the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. We'll go other side. I know we're just running a little over. We're going to do this and then I'll finish off. But if you got to go, no problem. We'll do other side and then just finish off with our lift and reach. So horizontal. Find your position. Find that stretch on protracted shoulder blade. Lock it in and pull. 30 seconds. From behind the shoulder blade, pull it. Feel it right behind shoulder blade. Feel those stretching muscles. Use those to pull. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and squeeze forward. Protract, reach. Feel that scapula coming, wrap it around the rib cage, pressing forward, squeeze. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. We'll go into our elevation. Reach up, find your position. And pull down. Like you're trying to slide that whole ground towards you, straight arm, or it's like you're trying to pull that whole couch down, keeping that arm straight. All the movement coming from lats, scaps. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and elevate. Scapula going up on that back, reaching those fingers forward, reaching high. And we've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. We'll integrate that movement with the overhead press. So we're going to be in our split stance, almost like we've been working from kneeling, but now we're upright. And our press, we're gonna start here, and we're gonna have a light rotation. So we'll rotate this way, and then we're gonna get that hip internal rotation that we've had. Scapula is going to go up. I'm gonna reach further than a normal press. So normal press, I might be here. I'm gonna reach that scap forward, trying to contract through serratus here, driving shoulder blade forward. And you could even do these kneeling if you want to. I'm going to go standing, but I shall stay kneeling here. I'm in the frame. It's good. So I'm here, slight rotation, hip extension as I'm pressing, internal rotation, right? That pelvis turning to femur of the front leg, press, protract, and down. Ready, and press, protract, feel that twist, and down. Even that side tissues contracting. This is lengthening, reach, and down. Twist, reach, and 3. Twist, reach, and 4. Tight through the middle. We're not leaning, we're squeezing just like we did. Feel those scaps doing their job. Feel the hip doing their job. Last 2. Last 1. And down we'll switch. Last thing. Pelvis turning. Internal here. Extension here. Side bend crunch. This side stretch. Scapula reaching and then packing back down. Ready, and press. 1. Press. 2. Press. 3. Press. 4. Press. 5. Press. 6. Press. 7. Last 3. Press. 8. Press, reach. 9. Last one, big press and reach. And 10. All right. Nice job.
Great job today. I hope you had a nice workout and that your body feels more mobile and resilient than when we started. If you found this session helpful, please subscribe to the channel to join the community. To keep building on today's progress, check out this next video on screen. Keep moving well, and I'll see you in the next workout.